Playing lookout as Justin Bieber goes down on Odell.
This right here is my young brother right here. So much pain.
Justin Bieber is in need right now, who has been whored out by the industry.
Yeah, and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
I think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff in my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Then you take Justin Bieber and take him to the flavor of off, the Kitty edition, get his ripped out.
But Diddy taught him well, right?
Could Justin Bieber be thinking about taking his life after he posted himself crying on his Instagram? He then started posting a bunch of pictures with people he knows, kind of in a goodbye fashion, saying, "I love you" to everyone, like he's gonna miss them, like he's gonna do something to himself. But people are speculating that it's because all the abuse that he's been taking from the elites in Hollywood for such a long time.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
Now, could Justin be referring to how Diddy and Usher treated him and took advantage of him when he was younger?
Justin Bieber is in need right now because everybody's abandoning him. So
all I can think about is how do we help Justin Bieber? Like from the last conversation that we had, and don't get me wrong, the commentary was dope, but me and my team did we did a real deep dive. And I just couldn't stop thinking about Tevin Campbell. I was watching the same terrible things that happened in my generation repeat. What if we could find a way to get Tevin Campbell to reach out to Justin Bieber? Someone who's been there.
Who has been whored out by the industry, yes.
And gotten a lot more brutal since then.
I think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff in my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Cycles repeat themselves, and people allegedly say, just like Usher was brought to Diddy at 14, JB was brought to Usher at 14 and brought him right back to Diddy.
Got your asshole ripped open and the only thing it inspired was loyalty? You got your ripped open. Then you take Justin Bieber from Lily White, Canada, and take him to the flavor of fuck off, the Kitty edition, get his ripped open.
Really disturbing footage of Bieber, Odell Beckham, and Trey Songz. And Trey's literally sitting there playing lookout.
Playing lookout as Justin Bieber goes down on Odell.
The boy came up with his mouth wet.
Mouth wet, dribbling. Now what they're gonna try to say is, no, Justin Bieber was just doing a line of coke. No, he didn't mess with his nose when he came up.
He was doing a line of coke with his mouth.
He wiped his mouth. When you do
his mouth was wet. His
you wipe your mouth when you
wet. Wasn't post-nasal drip. That was seminal fluid, sir.
It was Odell. But Diddy taught him well, right?
The flavor freak on.
Justin Bieber spent 48 hours with Diddy. Talking about we about to get it in. I'm gonna let you drive the car when you 15. That boy ain't been the same since. Got all this anxiety.
Now, everyone's seen the footage of Diddy and Justin when he was younger, but what's weird is that Diddy showed up to the studio where Justin was working just to force him to promote his album. And it looks like Justin feels very awkward.
I am chilling with my big bro Diddy right here. You gotta go get his album. It's Last Train to Paris.
I want to do a song with you, but you was on tour. Usher, Big Brother Usher.
Big Brother Usher. So everybody's on this. Go get this album.
Now, what's kind of strange, if you notice right there, Justin doesn't really acknowledge Usher for what he's supposed to be, the guy who discovered him.
But do you talk to him often?
Well, we talk as much as possible. I mean, me and Scooter, we stay in contact, and obviously, when I can be of help,
You would think Usher would just say, yeah, we talk all the time every week, but it seems like he couldn't even come with a straight answer on is he been in contact with him. And he couldn't even get Justin to perform with him at the Super Bowl.
Usher is said to be having a hard time trying to convince Justin Bieber to join him for his Super Bowl halftime show.
Why didn't things work out with Justin Bieber?
It might have been the fact that he was just wanting to tell a different story right now. And I understand that. We did have a brief conversation, and we're gonna do something else in the future.
We don't know Justin's reasons for not wanting to perform with Usher, the guy who signed you and made you a star. But it's a little bit concerning that he wouldn't come out for one song with Usher, but he would show up drunk to perform with Kid Laroi.
When I'm away from you, I miss your touch. You're the reason I believe in love.
Justin couldn't remember the words to the song, but you could still feel the pain just hearing him sing.
That I can leave you, cause I don't remember the words, and that's crazy.
This one named permanent A-lister should probably be asking for partners to collaborate who he did not schmexually assault or schmolest. And this is, again, allegedly Usher and Justin Bieber.
According to a connection of mine that actually sent me information in regards to the relationship between Usher and Bieber, they're saying that there's rumors that are circulating around Atlanta and all around the music world that Bieber may have been violated by Usher in the same way that Usher has been violated by Diddy. And as a direct result of this alleged violation taking place, I've been told that it has compromised the mental health of Justin Bieber.
Everyone has selfish desires, you know. Everybody has bad thoughts, but just pushing those aside and saying I'm not gonna indulge in that because I have something.
Now, a former music executive said that a post by Justin Bieber was directed towards Usher, and only those in the know would understand what he's saying. There's a part he specifies here. I hang my head in shame and I wallow in sadness about the people who have betrayed me. And people speculate that's Usher. Usher brought Justin Bieber to L.A. Reid, who at the time signed him to their record label, and he had this to say about Justin when he walked into his office. The kid was beautiful, like a woman can be beautiful, and men rarely are. And he turned it on as soon as he stepped into the room. He mentions Justin several times in his book of memoirs, and later in the chapter he writes, Justin was simply beautiful. His superpower was his face. Now this is the first time meeting Justin Bieber, who was only like 14. Isn't that weird for a grown-ass man to say? But L.A. Reid is actually the one who sent Usher to go live with Diddy. And who knows what happened over there. Not surprisingly, L.A. Reid is hit with multiple SA lawsuits, and people in the industry like Joe Budden have come out to speak on his reckless behavior.
I'm just gonna say it. L.A. Reid is a sexual predator. It's not allegedly. Let's let the cat out of the bag. These rumors were circulating the Def Jam. There was an assistant, multiple assistants at Def Jam that said L.A. Reid liked to call underage girls, but you calling 18, 19-year-old girls in your office and soliciting sexual favors? Yes, that was happening. That was happening. I don't know if that got out to the public. I don't think this is a secret to people in the music business. I would like somebody to have to answer for his behavior at Epic, Sony. You can't just put this out. You can't just, because these companies, they just want to rid themselves of liability. L.A. Reid, I'm sure there's a Bill Cosby list somewhere. I almost think that they have paid women to be quiet before. Lawsuits are coming. So good riddance. By L.A. So hip-hop is a better place today without L.A. Reid.
L.A. Reid did get hit with multiple SA lawsuits. We know he's friends with Diddy, he's been to his parties. But if you think that music executives aren't passing around their artists, look no further than how Diddy speaks about his artists, Danity Kane, the girl music group.
Because I heard him, and I'm giving you this, Aubrey. He stood up there and he said in front of a lot of people, we were in the studio, and I said something to him and walked out the studio. He said, I'm going to drug their ass off and pick them up. And pipped them out to my nick. He said, I'ma drug them out. I'm gonna get them all on drugs, and I'm gonna pimp their ass out to my nick. There's somebody kids and walked out. And it's somebody that heard me. I mean, well, it's not only somebody that heard me, it's somebody that I know who was in the studio at the time that happened, and I still talk to him today.
Now, Aubrey O'Day, who was in Danity Kane, kind of confirms this without really saying it.
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but in other areas.
And were other girls doing?
I was the only one that was in those types of positions.
So I guess it's no secret that Danity Kane disappeared after selling millions of albums. So you feel bad for Justin Bieber when you learn he had to turn to drugs just to be able to handle everything that was happening to him when he trusted people around him.
There was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything. You have all these people around me just kind of hanging on, wanting stuff from me.
There was a time where I would go to sleep almost every night. I thought he was gonna die. I thought he was gonna go to sleep one night and have so much crap in his system that he would not wake up the next morning.
I just feel like at the core, I fight every day temptation and things. I mean, the pain in this world, it's just so, it's like, it's obvious. And they're looking for a way out, and they're looking for, there's so much pain in the world, and we don't understand why, and there's so much things that are so unexplainable, but
Now everything's coming out.
Makes you wonder how Justin Bieber went from this.
I feed off the fans' energy. If they're screaming really loud, I get pumped up, and it's really exciting to me.
I feel violated right now.
Who apparently wanted to know what a Bieber butt felt like.
After being abused by so many different people in a creepy way, he went to this.
I was waking up in the morning and the first thing I was doing is popping pills and smoking a blunt and starting my day.
But through it all, Justin still shows how big of a heart he has when it comes to those who've always shown him love.
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna read you the last text that he texted me. I'm gonna just show you the type of guy he is. He texted me and said, "You're kind, gifted, blessed, anointed, favored, handsome, valued, respected, and your best days are ahead of you. I believe it and I declare it." Like, those are the type of texts you send your brother, you know what I'm saying, who needs to hear that.